Is this $5,000 add-on at Disneyland worth it?
Hey there, Man Fam. We are here at Disneyland to check another item off the bucket list that I am personally thrilled for, and that is a VIP tour at Walt's original theme park.
VIP tours are the creme de la creme white glove experience when you come to the Disney parks, and they're also incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
So a huge thank you to Be Our Guest Vacations for sponsoring this video, making this happen, and frankly booking our entire Disneyland stay because we're not locals here. So they arranged everything for us, making it truly a best day ever situation, and we're bringing you with us, so let's go. All right, and as we head to the park, let's talk a little bit about basic tour info. For starters, yeah, the price tag. These tours range from $500 to $800 per hour, depending on the season. Now that is for up to 10 guests, so of course the more people you have on the tour, it becomes slightly more reasonable, but do note that 10 people does include infants. When booking a tour, you are booking for a minimum of 7 hours and a maximum of 10 hours. Our tour, when our wonderful travel agent booked it, $700 per hour, making this a $4,900 experience before tax and gratuity, which is an unbelievable amount of money. Included with the tour here at Disneyland, all of your PhotoPass pictures. So any pictures you happen to take throughout the tour, you can get those. Valet at the Grand Californian. Because this property is so much smaller, unlike at Walt Disney World, where part of the white glove service can include picking you up at your hotel and driving you between the parks. Since that's not necessary at Disneyland, they do include valet parking at the Grand Californian. Additionally, if you need a stroller or a wheelchair, those are available complimentary with the VIP tour. What's not included? Your park ticket. You still need to purchase a park ticket and a park hopper ticket if you plan on going to both parks, so we're using our annual passes today. But of course, the main reason you book a VIP tour is that expedited access to the different attractions, shows, and experiences throughout the Disneyland property. Plus, you're going to have a very knowledgeable guide who is going to help you just turn your brain off and have the ultimate day at Disneyland where you don't have to worry about doing lightning lanes or dining packages or anything. They're going to take care of everything for you.
While there are multiple locations you can meet your guide, we have chosen to meet them in the parks, mainly because we do not need transportation from any resorts, and we want to get our day started quick and hit the ground running. And that was another of the many helpful suggestions given to us by our travel agent, who sent us a full breakdown of spots we could meet our guide, as well as the differences between this VIP tour and the VIP tour at Walt Disney World. She also suggested that we start our day at Disney California Adventure because it is an Oogie Boogie Bash night and we don't have tickets for it, so the park will close at 6 p.m. for that event. So we're going to knock out a ton of stuff here and then make our way over to Disneyland.
We are in the park, we are moving, we've got Steven here. He's going to take us around and we're going to have fun, and we're headed first to Guardians because we want to ride it 2 times. Because it's Halloween, so during the first part of the day, it's regular Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, but then in the afternoon, it switches to Monsters After Dark, so Steven's gonna make it happen that we get to ride both. Hi, Groot!
All right, so we have just ridden Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Now, we're not going to go into and explain all of these attractions in detail. If you do want that information, you can check out our videos where we've ridden and ranked every single one of the rides inside of Disney California Adventure. We have tons of videos that cover details of the rides, not only in this park, but also in Disneyland Park. I will say that the posted wait for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout was 55 minutes. We waited 4. We just walked right in and got into the pre-show. And now we are headed to ride Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue. This attraction is slated to disappear in the not-so-distant future. So while we have the chance, we're going to give it a ride.
It's like a chicken. My thoughts were not my own. Place. Kitty's gotta go now. Sleep time.
That's right, nothing to see here. Your ball is decontaminated, so you're good to go.
All right, well, we rode Mike and Sully's to the rescue, possibly for the last time, before it closes forever, which I will be sad about because it's a very cute ride. We waited about 9-10 minutes to get on, but that is because there was a short ride load delay. Nothing you can do about that. But because we had a little extra time in the queue, Steven showed us all of the exclusive VIP tour merchandise, and this is a difference between the tours on both coasts in Magic Kingdom. In Walt Disney World, we went to a special place in Magic Kingdom to see the merch and then toted it around. Our guide toted it around for us after we purchased it. Here, they show you everything digitally. Anything you want, they can either bring to you, bring it to the Grand Californian, or put it in a locker for you to pick up on your way out of the park. So that's what we're gonna do. And they have some very cute stuff that we didn't have, like a teddy bear and a keychain. Steven also gave us exclusive VIP tour pins that are special for the 70th that are really cute.
All right, well, we just hopped off of Incredicoaster. It had a posted 30-minute wait. We waited 5, and now we are headed to Mickey's Fun Wheel is what I know it as, but it is known now as Pixar Pal Around. That does not have a lightning lane, but one of the perks to having a VIP guide is we do have alternate access to Pixar Pal Around.
You just swing way more than you need to. This is
So
not
fun,
necessary.
Molly! We're having a good
This is
time!
unnecessary.
We're having a good time!
We're at the top. We're at the tippy top.
We know who's ready.
Here we go! Whee!
You swing way more than I can ever explain.
You made it.
We didn't wait in line, but at what cost?
We had a great time. I don't know what you mean.
Steven got us our own gondola, which was an extra bonus because then no one else heard me screaming.
Hey!
Steven's our hero. All right, well, after I almost died on the fun wheel,
Dramatic.
that's a little dramatic, but Steven greeted us with a treat. It's the jalapeno cheese bread, which is a seasonal snack. We tried it the other day, it was amazing. We mentioned we wanted to eat it again, and Steven was waiting for us with this and some water, so we're having a little snack break. Had our snack of bread, and now we're getting another snack of bread because Steven suggests we grab a little sample at the entrance of the Boudin Bakery tour, which, fun fact, he told us, they still ship in the mother dough from San Fran to make the sourdough here. So we're gonna get our little bread. Hello! Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's get a little piece of bread.
Bread.
The chef,
I love bread.
the one of us that can actually make bread, is admiring the bread making process. I can only eat it.
The amount of money I would give to have a piece of this mother dough.
It's worth more than gold, according to that sign.
It's probably an unhealthy amount of money.
Steven was also telling us that this vineyard over on the other side of the Golden Vine House, as you're headed up to Wine Country Tutoria, that's actually a vineyard. I didn't know that. I always thought it was fake this whole time. But it was actually a vineyard run by Mondavi, which is a famous winemaker, and they ran the restaurant here, and they actually made wine out of those grapes, harvested them and made wine. And it was really, really expensive because you could say that this wine was grown in Disneyland, but then Mondavi ended their sponsorship, and it's still real grapes, but they don't make wine with it anymore. But I'm loving, Steven's full of fun facts, and we love fun facts around here. Steven knew the vibe. He's like, you want fun facts? He's got them.
You got them.
Also, I should know we're breezing past Cars Land right now because Radiator Springs Racers is under planned refurbishment right now. Otherwise, obviously, that would be a must-do.
Where we are headed, however, is back into Avengers Campus because I just can't wait to go lose at Web Slingers. So that's what we're doing next. I'm going to keep high hopes. Maybe today's the day. It won't be, but I'm going to tell myself that I do have an opportunity.
All right, well, unfortunately, Web Slingers went down, which, you know what, that happens. And honestly, I think normally we would just go to Disneyland at this point, but we're waiting for our second ride on Guardians because it's going to become Monsters After Dark here shortly. So we are going to go to Cars Land to do Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters. This is a really cute, smaller attraction, but it normally has like a 30 to 45 minute wait, and it doesn't have lightning lanes, so we don't do it very often. But that's not a problem with Steven. And speaking of Steven, we told Steven, our guide, that Alan loves Doctor Strange, and then, as if by magic, Stephen Strange appeared, and Guide Steven made sure Alan met Strange Steven. And it was awesome.
Hello, Steven. How are you?
What's your name?
I'm Alan.
Alan. Very good to have you here. Where are you visiting from?
We're actually visiting from the other coast, Orlando.
Oh, what do you do there for work?
We mostly just take photos and film ourselves doing things.
And someone pays you for this?
Yeah.
For just taking pictures of yourself?
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong business, I suppose.
It's very odd business to be in, I have to tell you. I feel like you'd be pretty successful.
I suppose if you get very big, you can pay someone else to take your photo.
That's true. Maybe. Fingers.
There's a whole business. All right, very good.
Well, it's not as cool as like magic, but it's.
Well, I just study really well. That's all. You have to read the right books.
You clearly put it into practice. So,
That's true. I mean, some of the books are over here if you want to look at them.
I would.
They're locked up, but you can see the cover.
I could just say
You
stare
can
at
look
the
at
cover.
them.
There you go.
You
So
can, learn via osmosis, maybe, or is that like
not those books, but there are some books that you can't do that with.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I might have to check those. Well, how should I post to practice? Would you say?
We can do the simplest spell that I know,
perfect.
and then we can do the most complicated.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna be
right.
great at both.
Just bring your fingers together like this, right up to your heart. It's just very good for focus, focusing your energy.
Yeah.
We do this one.
Nailed it. And now I'm even more excited because Steven just told us that both Rollickin' Roadsters and Tomaters get a Halloween overlay, and it's Halloween. Hilarious. And Guido's dressed like Igor from Frankenstein, which is hilarious. Oh my gosh, and Luigi's Dr. Frankenstein. Amazing.
You delightful freak.
Alan, what color car do you want?
Rude. Blue.
Blue? I don't care as long as it has a mustache.
Okay.
Blue and a mustache.
Song. Oh God! It's real thrown around. Trunk or treat. Just hop off of Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters, and I have to tell you, that is such a cute and fun attraction. A lot of people look at that and go, oh, it's a kiddie attraction, but no, you really do kind of get tossed around a little bit, and it's a bunch of fun. Now, it was a posted 30-minute wait time. We waited like 5.5 minutes to get on, and that was mostly to wait for one of the Rollickin' Roadster shows to die down so we could load onto our next car. I love the Halloween overlay. I also think that the tire squeaks of the song in the one that we got were meant to emulate the Psycho instrumental little ink, 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 which I thought was very, very cool. What a fun attraction. And after our short trip into Cars Land, we are now back here to slang some webs. I thought I had avoided my ultimate loss that was upcoming, but again, I'm not gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out hope. I'm gonna maybe this time. All right, web slingers.
It's a small problem. Actually, big problem.
All right, well, crushed it on web slingers, and our travel agent slash Disneyland VIP knew what they were doing putting us with Steven, because he not only showed us some very cool Easter eggs we didn't know about in the pre-show, there's a ton that we've talked about in different videos already, but Steven pointed out that there's a can that says WDI 1401 on it, which stands for Walt Disney Imagineering, and 1401 Flower Street is the Imagineering street address in Glendale. But also there are bumper stickers for the other web locations in Paris and Hong Kong. And the whole thing is set up in Stark Motors, so there's references to it being an automotive factory. Also at the exit, there's a safety sign that says "Don't get squished like a bug," which is a nod to the fact that Avengers Campus replaced Bugs Land. So lots of fun facts, you know we're eating those up. Plus, Steven, as we were getting ready to board, told us all the secrets on how to be successful at the game, and I think I got the highest score I ever have, so. You did too. You did too. It's not your fault your eyeballs don't function. We forgot your Doctor Strange add-ons. That's really where the loss is. But now we are headed to ride Guardians for a second time, because during Halloween season, in the afternoon, it flips to Guardians Monsters After Dark. And it's really fun. So we're gonna go check that out.
When the creatures are loose, you gotta get out of here. Wait, don't get out of here. I could use a hand. My little pal Groot is lost in the fortress somewhere, and I need to find him before he gets ate.
Uh-oh. That's a big one.
If you see a scary creature, scream real loud and look delicious.
All right, we have just survived Monsters After Dark. It had a posted 70-minute wait time. We waited 3. And I'm just happy to say we made it out. Groot also made it out. And what a fun overlay for that attraction. I just think it's such a fun time. Now, with that, we have done 7 attractions and had a snack in the span of 3 hours since starting our tour. And we are now headed across the street to Disneyland Park.
All right, we made it all the way across the 2-minute walk to Disneyland, and we are by the castle where Steven surprised us by giving us coins to make a wish in the fountain right here. And we were talking and yapping with him, and he knew we had been to Tokyo, so he actually gave us yen to use, and then we made a wish, and Steven's been just telling us fun facts about the park, and it's been really fun and beautiful, and I just love this park so much. And now we're headed to knock out some of the Fantasyland rides, which is awesome because most of the classic Fantasyland rides do not have lighting lane, but we have a different entrance. Starting with Peter Pan's Flight, which is, you know, one of the most popular rides ever. And this is the original, and we don't have to wait in the line, which I'm very excited about because this is one I don't do that often here, even though I adore this attraction because the line is always so long. Oh, Nana.
There it is, Wendy. Second star to the right, straight up.
Thank you. I'm driving. Ha-ha! Alan, what dwarf do you hope we get? I hope we get Sleepy, or for the Mam Fam, Dopey. Jiminy!
You sleep till after 2. It's great to be with.
For me, you are making love.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
My little foodhead has come home.
Oh, a pink one!
Oh, Mr. Rabbit! Wait! Please! He went this way.
Well, I am.
Wait! Don't go, please!
Yeah, that's not the most magical thing that's ever happened.
It's Disney. I am birthday too.
Well, I can only describe what we just did as an absolute dream day in Disneyland because we just rattled off every one of those dark ride attractions in Fantasyland, one right after the other. That was incredible. What? You know, we did spend a lot of time in the court system, though. Good news is we were absolved of all of our crimes, which is a little bit disconcerting because in terms of Mr. Toad's case, we definitely drank and drive. You should not, shouldn't do that. I'm noticing now even more attractions here have a lot to do with the Mighty Ducks themes.
Honestly, just riding the Fantasyland dark rides, all 5 of them in 30 minutes, is my dream Disneyland day, so we should just end it now. But obviously we're not gonna do that because we've got several more hours of fun to be had. And we just walked into Toontown, which I always love visiting because we don't have this anymore in Magic Kingdom. Because earlier we asked Steven about characters, if there were any characters we could meet on the tour without waiting. And he worked a little magic. And then now we're headed to go see the Big Cheese himself in a very special and fun meet and greet. If you come to Mickey's house when you're in Disneyland, not only can you see his house, which is adorable, but you don't know which costume Mickey will be wearing because you know Mickey is a man of fashion. He is a man of many roles, and you could see him in his classic duds. He may be greeting in Steamboat Willie, which is I'm fingers crossing for. He may be the band leader. You never know, and it's just a fun Disneyland thing. So we are headed to a private meet and greet with Mickey right now. We're going into Mickey's house.
And see, since we know the Big Cheese, we can come through the garage.
We get to come through the garage. Steven hooked it up.
Yeah.
Mickey's taking time out of his busy day to chat with us. Thank you.
You need to blend into the
Yeah.
Blend in. I love it.
Thank you. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Mickey.
Welcome.
Can I give you a hug? It's so good to see you. Is this your movie set? From Steamboat Willie. Yeah, I've seen it. You did great work in that. Yeah. I mean, you do good work in all of it. You know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
you
of
know.
course.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Why
You
we're
know.
here. Love you. Yeah. Yeah. So it's your ship. Yeah. You steer right there.
I do like the hat accompaniment there, too. You have quite the wardrobe. It's
So
extensive.
many outfits. Do you have a favorite outfit?
It's tough.
I feel like your favorite outfit would be your traditional
Your
tuxedo that you wear.
classic.
I see you in that the most.
Yeah, and it's always a winner.
You do love the jacket.
Yeah.
He pulled off better than anybody,
Classic
though. Oh,
fit.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. With the
Oh, you like Sorcerer Mickey? From
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good one. I like that with the robe.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. That's another very good fit.
and now we are going to go see if we can visit with one Miss Minnie Mouse.
How are you? It's so good to see you. Oh, you like those? Yeah, I'm always inspired by you and your fashions and your love of accessories. You have so many years, right? Yeah.
I know, truly.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Yeah. Minnie, your house is adorable. Yeah. It's so cute. Such a good decorating job. And a fridge full of cheese, which is my dream. Yeah, it's the best. All right, well, after a private meet and greet with Mickey and a surprise bonus with Minnie, we decided to do the Matterhorn, and Steven said, do you want the smoothest or the roughest seat? And I picked roughest. And my 36-year-old back is not gonna be the same, but it was worth it. Alan?
Uh-huh.
Alan also is coming from a being 6'3" place on a ride built when people were much shorter.
Well, after an absolute attractions and meet and greet fun fest upon entering Disneyland Park, we decided to take a short respite and get some chimichangas and soft beverages. And of course, by we I mean Steven did that for us. So we enjoyed some chimichangas. I got a Coke Zero for a caffeine boost. Molly with her classic Topo Chico with a twist of lime. And now we are headed to Haunted Mansion Holiday because it is in its holiday overlay, where we're going to revisit Jack Skellington and his crew of miscreants.
Skeleton hands.
Six mystic mirrors reflecting futures yet.
I really outdid myself this time.
Can't wait till next year. And I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight.
Haunted Mansion Holiday is literally so cool. Hello. It blows my mind that they're able to take an attraction we all know and love and just completely overhaul it to make a completely different attraction. But from one classic to another, we are now headed on Pirates of the Caribbean. Thank you. Which actually doesn't have a lightning lane anymore. So it doesn't get too long of a line because it's a really efficient attraction, but it's nice to be able to do this with a guide. It's not going to be quite as quick of a walk on as the Fantasyland ones, but there's still priority access since there's not a lightning lane.
Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum!
Take them all off again, Mickey.
It's the rum they want. Drink up the
Hit him with a silver.
Here, Dookie. Here, Dookie. Nice Dookie. Nice and neat. Drink up there, the Joe. Rascals and scoundrels, villains and knaves. I will give the curtain of time.
All right, we did Pirates, we did Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones was especially fun because Steven showed us some very cool Easter eggs, including the Eeyore parking lot sign, which you can only see with a flashlight, which of course he brought and was prepared, because that attraction, that used to be the Eeyore parking lot. Where that sits. And then also he was telling us about the decoder cards that they gave out when the ride first opened to decode things in the queue. And then when we got off the ride, he surprised us with one, which was really awesome. And now next time I ride, I'm just gonna spend the whole time in the queue trying to decode signs. And we are headed now, I'm guessing this will be our final ride based on what time it is, but it's a banger. Jungle Cruise, this is another one that does not have a lightning lane, so we are headed in through the exit.
Tell me why they're striped. It's so that way they can't be spotted. There's Ginger. And watch out, everyone. Ginger snapped.
Oh!
Yep, want some cookies? Also follow the back side of water. Okay, that was good, but let's look over here to the right. Now for the photos here, everyone. Don't worry about the price. The monkey's doing it for the exposure.
We have the Disney family here.
Yeah.
And we dedicated this window and as a special occasion because it was done the morning of Walt and Lillian's wedding anniversary.
Oh,
gosh, that's so sweet.
That's why I see if you look around,
Yeah.
the hats throughout the years, including the 50th anniversary, the 60th anniversary. When you look at Neuschwanstein Castle, which is one of the inspiration,
yeah,
the front is very flat.
yeah.
And so the flat portion was initially the front of the castle. So rumor has it, Walt took the top, flipped it around, and that's why you have the castle the way it is today.
Oh.
And that's why they have the flatter part in the
Yeah,
back, like
yeah.
Neuschwanstein Castle.
Yeah.
And Neuschwanstein Castle is inspiration for the top, but also the Chateau de Chenonceau in France is kind of the bottom was slightly inspiration because of the water features. A tiny miniature version. Because when you see the lamp, right here?
Yeah.
When you look at the Walt part,
Yeah.
it's the center where you see the lamp. This is where it is, and then the chairs are on loan from the Disney Family Museum. And here's the fun part: when you look at the two ladies to the right and left, they're Walt and Lillian's models. Because those were above their beds, because the beds are pull-out beds. So that's why it's a very small studio.
Yeah.
All right, we have just said goodbye to Steven. We wrapped our 7 hours together. It was a blast.
Flew
We did
by.
so much.
We did so many rides. And the night's not over because one of the biggest differences between VIP tours here and at Walt Disney World is that if you want to enjoy any of the nighttime entertainment, your guide can reserve that for you in advance and you don't have to be with them. In Walt Disney World, when we wanted to see Disney Starlight Parade, that counted as part of our 7 hours. But here, we told our travel agent that the nighttime entertainment was important to us. She let the VIP tours office know that, and they put us on a list. So we have reserved viewing for Paint the Night and the Halloween fireworks tonight. And that's not going against our 7 hours with Steven.
And let's say it wasn't an Oogie Boogie Bash night over at Disney California Adventure, and we also wanted to go see the later showing of World of Color. That's also included. So we could jump from this reserve viewing that the VIP guides reserve for you all the way over to the next park and see that show as well. So I think that's just a huge perk to utilizing the VIP service here that when I heard that, I was like, that's really cool and phenomenal service.
Yeah, that's another hour of VIP services, but you're not paying $700 an hour for it. And again, shout out to our travel agent who not only told us about that perk, but made sure that the VIP tour office knew it because those spots can fill up, so you're gonna wanna have them book that in advance for you, and timed it so now we've got about an hour and a half till the parade starts, so we put in a mobile order to have food.
Yep.
And go get ready for the parade.
So we're gonna go get snacks.
Yes, need snacks.
And then report to our spot at reserve viewing.
Yes, but before we do that, just one important note.
Correct.
Tip your guides.
Please do.
It is stated on the Disney website that tipping is not required. It is discretionary based on the service that you receive. Steven was excellent. We are definitely over tippers, I would say, probably because they have to deal with us.
Yeah, strictly by virtue of the fact that we're filming. We're yappy. We have so many questions about all the things.
And Steven truly went above and beyond. When we were leaving, he's like, before you go, let me show you some of my favorite things of the Walt Disney exhibit, because he was, knows we're history nerds as well. But a good rule of thumb from our travel agent, we asked them what they advise people, is 10 to 20% of the tour cost, or some people do 1 hour's cost of the tour as a tip for your guide. So those are just some guidelines. I know people ask us that, how much to tip. So.
All right, just caught both the parade, Paint the Night, and our fireworks show this evening from our nice little reserve spot, and boy, that was ideal.
That was a wonderful view of Paint the Night, and then that fireworks show, it's basically Hallowishes, which is the old Halloween party fireworks show for Magic Kingdom, which I much prefer to the current one, so it was a real treat to see that.
It was a little bit of a blast. Some stuff has obviously changed to be updated for Disneyland, but yeah, that nostalgia blast really hit different.
Also, Zero flying is so cool.
I
love that they have the characters fly here.
It's cool. It's just cool.
Also, Disneyland, this is a good tip whether you're coming for a VIP tour or not. Disneyland fireworks, one, are usually not scheduled every night, so make sure you're paying attention to the calendar when you decide when to come to Disneyland. And two, there are very strict rules on when they can fire them because of the wind. So it's often up until the fireworks happen, if you know they're gonna happen or not, like 20 minutes beforehand they start saying, hey, this might just be projections on the castle. Hey, this might not be fireworks. And you really don't know until it starts what it's gonna be. But if you want to see fireworks, either with a tour or without, just make sure you're looking at a schedule and know they might not happen.
And that's just by virtue of the fact of Disneyland's proximity to the surrounding neighborhoods.
On our way out, swung by our locker where our stuff we had ordered, our merchandise we had ordered was waiting for us. I think that is a brilliant way to do that.
Yeah, love that.
Doesn't take time out of your tour to go look at the merchandise. We did it all on the phone. That was an excellent, just small thing that was great on the tour. But now we're gonna walk back to our hotel and give you our final thoughts and recap.
Okay, see you shortly. Okay, we have made it back to the room, so let's talk about the tour.
Okay, I loved it. Obviously, Disneyland is a magical, wonderful, special place. I've been to almost every Disney park in the world, and Disneyland is still my favorite. There's just something so magical about it, and today was like the ultimate in magical day, which I think is what a VIP tour is supposed to be.
And let's just get this out of the way first. It's an incredibly expensive product. I mean, it might start to look more reasonable if you max out the number of individuals on the tour and split the cost by 10, but it's still, at its core, a very expensive product. But setting that aside, what you get here is pretty great. And I think that factors in because the parks are so close together and they are a lot smaller. It felt like we were able to do a lot. That said, for attractions that utilize Lightning Lane, you are still going to be waiting in those Lightning Lanes.
That is, to me, one of the biggest weaknesses of these tours at the Disney parks. The rides that don't have Lightning Lane, which there are several in the Disneyland parks, just as how they're set up, we were zipping through, walking right up the exit, waiting less than a minute to get on all those rides, and I feel like if you're paying the amount of money you are for the tour, that should be your experience on every ride. And you shouldn't just be in the Lightning Lane, because we all know Lightning Lane costs a lot less than a tour. So I think if you're spending the amount of money that you are on this tour, you should get ultimate expedited access regardless of where you are.
And all of that, and your admission isn't even going to be covered with the cost of this product. That said, we were able to do a ton at these two parks, and that is partly because of what we mentioned before, the size of the parks themselves and their proximity to each other. That is also coupled with the fact that we chose to do a lot of attractions that don't have lightning lanes, like all of Fantasyland in 30 minutes.
Obviously, a lot of people are going to choose other rides that we didn't, like Rise of the Resistance, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Mickey and Minnie, Space Mountain, these bigger attractions, but our priority was rides we don't have in Walt Disney World for the most part.
Now, another thing is dining. I still think that for a product of this cost, a meal should be included either as a part of the tour or maybe a meal voucher for after the tour has ended. On the other side of that coin, though, here in Disneyland, the snack foods are just leagues better than the snack options that you're going to get in Walt Disney World. So that felt better than on the Walt Disney World tour. Honestly, though, that's just chimichanga greater than Mickey Pretzel. It just is.
Also, when I mentioned I needed caffeine at one point, Steven said we could have gone and gotten Starbucks, which was really nice, but I didn't want to wait in the Starbucks queue, so I just picked up a Diet Coke. But I agree. I think we had a great meal. We had delicious grilled cheeses while waiting for the parade, but we paid for those, and I feel like a voucher would have been just a simple kind of but nice add-on. One thing I loved about this tour is the fact that the entertainment was not part of the time you're spending on the tour. We did not spend $700 an hour to watch Paint the Night, and the fireworks, that was included with the ultimate cost of the tour, that reserve viewing, but it wasn't an hourly rate. We didn't have to not ride certain attractions so that we got to take advantage of that viewing. I also really like the fact that the photo pass is included on the tour here for not just the attraction photos like in Walt Disney World, but for the photos we had with Mickey and Minnie. And Steven encouraged us to take pictures with the castle and any other photo pass photographer we saw throughout the rest of the night, because all of those were included with the tour cost.
Now speaking of that Mickey and Minnie photograph, I thought it was great that Steven was able to set up those private meet and greets for us, but those aren't always guaranteed. Those are considered day of availability. And Steven even made mention of the fact that if you want a specific character meet and greet interaction, having an earlier tour is better because they might have more options at their disposal earlier in the day that disappear as the day goes on. But again, those are subject to change and not guaranteed.
And speaking of Steven, he was amazing. You expect that these guys are gonna be the best of the best in customer service that Disney's known for, and they truly are. The hospitality is unbelievable. But one thing that is different in Disneyland and Walt Disney World is they are literally billed as historians and storytellers in Disneyland. If you go look at the two websites, they make note of that. And Steven caught the vibe early that we love Disney history, that we are nerds, that we love a fun fact, and he made sure to tell us so many fun facts and Easter eggs. Some we knew because, again, nerds. But he was so excited when he had stuff that we didn't know, and he had his flashlight to point out things. He gave us the decoder from Indiana Jones. He gave us coins to make a wish at the wishing well. Like, it just felt like a very magical day, and that is, again, ingrained in the Disneyland experience specifically because of where you are. There were also just small, nice service things that happened with Steven. Things like him picking up our PhotoPass pictures, making sure we had all the numbers for those, him requesting the best seats on every ride, him holding our bags and our camera when we went on the rides, and honestly into the bathroom, which was low-key one of the best perks because Alan and I always goes who has to carry the camera into the bathroom like a creep. So it's just those little service things that really make the day even better.
Now again, as we mentioned before, we know this is an incredibly expensive product. But if you are looking for a way to turn your brain off, hand the reins to somebody else, give them a list of must-dos, and then have those get done, this is a way to spend that money and make that happen.
And speaking of somebody making that trip easier for you and taking that list of must-dos and making it a reality.
What a transition!
I'm once again gonna use this as a segue to thank VR Guest Vacations, our travel agents who booked not only this tour, but again, our entire Disneyland trip. We genuinely use them to book all kinds of stuff for us, and I would not recommend using them if we did not use them ourselves.
That's true.
They not only booked, again, this tour, they booked our hotel in Disneyland. Anytime we go on a Disney cruise, they book it for us. Dining reservations, anytime we need to add on things in Walt Disney World like hotel rooms, they are booking it for us because travel agents cost you literally nothing, but they are experts and can take care of all that stuff. They booked our Beacon Barrel reservation for us recently in Disney World. So if you are planning a trip to a Disney park or a Universal park, I cannot recommend using Be Our Guest Vacations enough because again, it costs you nothing, but they will do everything they can on the planning stage to make sure it's the easiest trip possible for you.
Now, all that said, this was a great bucket list item to check off, and we certainly hope that you learned something about this product because this is a really fun thing for us to experience and then show you everything that is included to find out if it is right for you.
Like Alan said, we're just so grateful we get to do crazy, wonderful bucket list items like this, and so grateful that you're here following along. If there's anything else like this that you want to see, please let us know. We also have a video like this in Walt Disney World. We've got VIP tours at Universal, but let us know. We are just happy to be doing things like this. So let us know any kind of content you want to see.
But until next time, folks, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you are new, follow us on all of our socials, and come join us on Discord. We'd love to have you there. Links for all that are down below.
And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
And I'm Alan.
And it has truly been so happy. Because it's the happiest place on earth.
We also celebrated happy.
It's the 70th anniversary.
Celebrate. Insert Jonas Brothers song here.
I thought you were going to say insert the Jonas Brothers. Like, surprise, they're here. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Imagine if it was. I just want to talk with Kevin. You know what?
I would be shell-shocked if...
Guys, come on in.
Joe Jonas, a drummer dude.
You're a drummer,
walked
dude.
Right in.
I love how none of us mentioned Nick.
Face to face, so we don't see eye to eye. We're like fire and rain.
We're tired, y'all.
You can drive me insane.
That's enough.
I'm as good as Demi.
Oh yeah, you're the same.
I'm as good as Joe.
You're the same.